Dear children, every evil act that we do or commit in our day-to-day life, we must pay its consequences. There is a reaction for every action. Every action has got a reaction. As Witches says at the beginning, fall is fair, fair is fall. Certain things appear like good, but they are not good. Certain things appear like bad, that they may not be entirely, totally bad. This is what is the Witches meant by saying, fair is fall, fall is fair. And here, the moment Macbeth is not a warrior, is killing the enemies in the battlefield. That is different. That is duty. But here, killing an innocent life, that is also while sleeping. It's a big murder that he committed. And therefore, his inner conscience says, Macbeth, sleep no more. You cannot sleep, Macbeth. The inner voice is warning Macbeth forever. Sleep no more. You cannot sleep peacefully hereafter. Why? Because murdered sleep. Macbeth murdered sleep. The innocent sleep that nourishes our life. Every living creature needs to take rest at night. Not only human beings, animal, birds and even plants sleeps at night. And sleeping is a good medicine. Any doctor's advice for any sickness, sleep or rest is the best medicine. Sleep this many ways. Take food, take tablet, sleep. Why the patients are kept in the hospitals or dispensaries, those are serious cases, because they need more sleep. Every one of us needs sleep. We must sleep daily. If you do work physically or mentally, sleep is a must. Sleep nourishes our life. And one who is not at peace cannot sleep well peacefully. Whenever you do anything wrong, intentionally, knowingly, we cannot be at peace. We are murdering our own peace. We are murdering our own sleep. We cannot be at peace. We'll become restless. As a result, we may even become fanatic, mad, loose, crack. And thereafter, we cannot take any good, wise decisions and will not act wisely thereafter. That is why you are the Lord of the armies. You are the Lord of the Cawdor. Cawdor shall sleep no more. He cannot sleep. When people say one lie, in order to defend one lie, they have to say more than 9 lies. The same way, you murdered an innocent blood. Now you have to murder so many. Still you become restless. You can never be at peace. This is what is human psychology. Shakespeare knew very well human psychology. Man is so ambitious. In order to fulfill his ambitions in life, he is ready to go any sort of evil steps he undergoes, he is ready to take any kind of risk. He is ready to take any sort of evil path just to fulfill his ambitions in life. Such ambitions are dangerous, the author says. Now, Macbeth was a very famous fellow. He was honored, respected by the people of Scotland. He was a good warrior, soldier. He was a respectful commandant. He was a good gentleman. But now, all these reputations, all these dignities, he is losing one by one. And today in the drama we'll see, he become more scared of. He feels he is insecure. He feels he is insecure. And therefore, he needs to kill more and more people whom he feels may turn as his enemies in near future. So he kills one after another in order to safeguard his kingdom, in order to keep up his power and dignity. He started to kill people one by one, and he never reaches a peace of mind. This is what we see in this drama. Now, in the morning, the news was spread all around. When the day broke out, it was the sons of Duncan, Malcolm and Donalbain went to their father's chamber and found he is dead. Malcolm, he escaped to England. Donalbain, he escaped to Ireland. He knew if this is a case of their own father, then what will be the sons, the young youth of Malcolm and Donalbain? Both they escaped from that place. Or they knew someone is waiting to kill them. The early morning, Macbeth and Lady Macbeth got up as usual, as if nothing happened. And when they heard the news, they pretended as if they were shocked and stunned. And they both got horrified. Out of anger and doubt, Macbeth killed the two guards. Those were at the chamber of Duncan, the king. And the Lady Macbeth pretended as if she is so sorrowful at the loss, death of their king, Duncan. And many people got shocked. Many doubted how it happened in midst of so many guards and soldiers. Even the king was sleeping in the valiant general's house. Now, how did it happen? There was a big doubt, and many people gave good support to their own doubts. All the suspicions turned towards Macbeth. Macbeth, since the king was killed, the king's sons were no more there found to be thrown. Macbeth, being the great general and the first cousin of the king, he was crowned as a king. And no doubt, Lady Macbeth as the Queen of Scotland. In order to throw a party to all the officials and the ministers in the kingdom, Macbeth he threw a party, invited all the officials in the kingdom to come for the dinner at night in honor of his coronation. every officials who were invited took the place. There was one chair vacant that was kept for Bango, the other general, Macbeth's best friend. Remember, this was another cunning plan of Macbeth and his lady wife. They wanted to put an end to Bango and his son Fleance because they were frightened. If the prophecies of the witches came true in their life, no doubt Bango's sons will come to throne very soon as king. So they made lot of effort to become the king of Scotland, and that kingship should not be passed on to anybody very soon. Therefore, very cleverly, they wanted to put an end to Bango and his beloved son Fleance. As the day of the meal, the preparations were going on, he also arranged some murderers, some gundas, paid gundas, to kill Bango and his sons on the way to his castle as they were invited to come for the banquet, the party. On the way towards evening, Bango and his sons were traveling towards Macbeth's castle. Suddenly, the murderers attacked Bango and he was killed. As he was caught up and he was about to die, he cried for his son, told him, fly, 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 escape, run away from that place. And Fleance, he escaped from the place. And this thing happened. No officials know that very moment what happened that very evening. When the parties invited all came to their dining hall, Macbeth and Lady Macbeth are trying their level best to welcome and treat everybody. But the chair of Bango was vacant. Macbeth very sorrowfully said, what happened to Bango? I am waiting for him. They all reached my place. Only Bango, what happened? Poor Bango. Something happened to him on the way. He was telling all these things. At that very moment, the ghost, the spirit of Bango entered the dining hall, and he straight went and sat on the chair of Macbeth. Macbeth got very frightened. And here one thing, only Macbeth could see the spirit of Bango sitting on his chair. Nobody in that hall could see the spirit of Bango. And the dialogue, the frightening actions shown by Macbeth made another negative impact the mind of all the people, those who gathered in that hall. Lady Macbeth again here acted very cleverly. She told all the guests that her husband is not feeling well. After death of Duncan, he is not in a good mood. He could not sleep many nights. That is why he is acting and playing all these kind of things and is speaking everything from unconscious mind, subconscious mind. I am very sorry. Therefore, she asked to keep the party end very soon, and she went by, took her husband to his bedroom. and shouted at him. This is only an imagination that he happening. As you went to the chamber of the Duncan, the king, when he was sleeping, you happened to see a sword hanging in front of you, dripping blood on it. It was only illusion. There was no sword as such. My dear, today, as you see Banquo's coming and sitting on a chair, this is only an illusion of your mind. There is no such reality. Don't be such a silly thing. Don't be a childlike thing. Be courageous. You are a king of Scotland. Be a man of your own words and power. She was rebuking him. She was scolding him. She was rebuking him. And Macbeth became little calm and quiet. Here one thing. Two things I said. One, did Macbeth see in the chamber of Duncan the king? What was the thing that frightened Macbeth? The chamber of the king Duncan. What was the thing that frightened Macbeth? At the party in the dining hall. Why? Only Macbeth could see the spirit of Banquo, not others. How could Fleance escape from the murder of the murderers? Why the murderers could not kill Fleance, the son of Banquo? These are the answers we must answer today.